Hello, this is the Bond Report. I'm Dr. Bond. Today's short topic is blowing a little smoke. And our question before us is, why go to meetings? Why go to meetings? Meetings are a bunch of ophthalmologists getting together, learning technique, trying things, understanding new products, having demonstrations. The world really does change and needs to be kept up with. In 13 years, the universe can entirely change. Ask any 13-year-old. One of my favorite quotes ever, PJ. Also, a meeting is indispensable, said John Kenneth Galbraith, when you don't want to do anything. When I go to meetings, I'm seeing friends and things we do spiced us in there. You do need to keep priority. I remember every year or two they would change the coding purely to keep themselves busy, give themselves reasons for living, and to make a bureaucracy seem as if it was doing something. And what I always wanted to say was, well, we've upped our ICD-10 coding, up yours, if that's a verb. So now we come today, why go to meetings? You needed to keep up. You hatch bold plans to drink unhealthy beverages, to tell unenlightened stories. But it was a thing that you did. You did keep up at these meetings. It was fine. Jefferson said it the best. The usefulness of a meeting is generally in inverse proportion to the size of the room in which it's held. He's speaking probably there as a president and as a wheeler dealer, which he was with his own stuff. But that's a very true statement when you think back about the really important meetings you've had in your true life. But another one is beware of what you hear. And this is a very true one I often use, but it's still nonetheless true. From Jefferson again, the man who reads nothing at all is better educated than the man who reads nothing but newspapers. And you can get a lot of fabulism, a lot of crowd rolling, a lot of steamrolling, a lot of hype going at a meeting in the name of science and in the name of our product is scientifically better. Generally speaking, this is the name of a new technique, new machine, new way of looking at something, new way of measuring things. Some of it's science, a lot of it is wannabe science, some of it is actually anti-science, like the old days when doctors would endorse cigarettes. Regrettably, Churchill saying it the best, the only statistics you can really trust are the ones that you falsified yourself. And to a certain degree, there's a certain amount of rolling with the punches at meetings, of hearing things. H.L. Mencken said that about a newspaper, but it's also true of an ophthalmology meeting. It's a device for making the ignorant more ignorant and the crazy crazier. So basically, your wisdom takes the form of Nicholas Nassim Taleb, a guy who's always right, but extremely annoying to read because he's so cocksure of himself, but he's right about this as he is about almost everything else. The learning of life is about what to avoid. They'll teach you that at a meeting. I wanted to just say this, though. In terms of what I was just talking about, the old way of saying that, what my dad would say, when you're getting things led down a primrose path, to do a little Shakespeare today, when you're getting led somewhere you don't want to be, that's getting smoke blown up your ass. Usually done by someone else, not always. Easily, the most smoke I've ever had blown up my ass has been in meetings. Repeatedly, by guys buying you things, telling you how smart you are, telling you how wonderful you are. There's nowhere in the world to be a doctor and go to a meeting to have smoke blown up your ass. There is, however, sometimes these meetings are entirely true, and we will show the way to get around them. Victor Hugo said it's the best, there's no power on earth like an idea whose time has come. He said this in various ways over various novels. No army can stop, no power can control, no power on earth can control the idea. He said that same idea, like I guess I do, a dozen times. But here is a Victor Hugo idea, an idea whose time has come. And perhaps we have insufficiently appreciated this up to now. This is created in the turn of the 20th century. It is a device for creating a tobacco smoke enema. And when you look more closely, it is beautifully crafted. It is beautifully made with workmanship that really was interested in what you did. Now, hopefully the old timers had rinsed it a couple of times between patients before storing it in this same case. But that's then and this is now. He used to operate in a long coat that evidently had never washed and would stand up by itself. This was the old-time British way to do it. You see how beautifully it fits in the case, also obviously handmade. But this was a device for, obviously, with tobacco smoke, for creating a tobacco smoke enema. This was a way to blow smoke up your ass, or typically you would have probably others, hire others, or whatever financial arrangements would be made for the blowing of smoke up your ass. Now, what I wanted to enter, though, I have never had smoke blown up my ass like at meetings in quantity for an extended period of time. And I think this little machine, you can buy this for a very reasonable price. This will be the end on the need for meetings as we know them. Meetings, conventions, things where you get together, because rather than go to the trouble and expense, the time out of the office, travel, hotels, other people, you can simply, when you feel the need to have smoke blown up your ass like they do at meetings and conventions, in the comfort of your own office or even your own home, you have now produced a magic machine where in the comfort of your place, virtually for nothing, you can stay home and blow smoke up your own ass. The middleman has been eliminated. The huge expense has been gone. Furthermore, it's available. It is a win-win in the truest sense of the word. And so you've answered your question, why go to meetings, definitively. This is an idea whose time has come. The tobacco smoke enema, home operated, home designed. Thank you very much. This has been the Bond Report, and thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. A pleasure talking to you.